Mark, you called for togetherness from your side for tonight's game. I may have answered your call.
Did they? Yeah, they were brilliant tonight. Absolutely brilliant in everything you've got to do when you come here. You know, you can be forced to defend the box. I thought we defended it. Like, you see how many times we throw a body in the way, head the ball, clear the ball. Sometimes that leads to little spells where you're not in as much calmness and control as you want to be, but you can't talk about that tonight. I mean, I thought some of our defensive play was just outstanding, the work ethic of the team. Where we are, off the back of the results we've had, coming to such a tough place with players missing. I'm window dressing on the bench tonight. We've got three players on the bench that I can't bring on the pitch. Can't really bring Shiloh on tonight. Can't bring Sam on tonight. Can't bring Liam O'Neill on tonight. They're all carrying things. So we're just like window dressing and making sure we've got some numbers for the warm up and they can do a little bit, and making sure that we've got the characters around the team. So obviously Fajiri come off as well, which added to that. But I just thought the endeavour of the team was a brilliant reminder to us what we are and what good looks like for us. So there's a little bar set there that we've got to try and carry on, but at a time when everybody writes you off, that's what you've got to do, roll your sleeves up and do that. And yeah, it's a massive win for us.
Yeah, it's been such a difficult time, really challenging time for yourself, the coaching staff and the players, but a brilliant reaction from what was a disappointing weekend as well, Mark.
Yeah, look, we'd be lying if we didn't say it's not difficult, because it is. It's brutal and we haven't been through it. It's disappointing for everybody, you know, everybody in the club, supporters, you can understand that, but you also have to understand where we are at the moment as well. And when we're missing so many players, it's really hard. And to be honest, in a funny way, we probably needed an away game where you just got to come away and have a little bit of a scrap with a team, because in the end that just reminds you there's not a lot of people here. It's quite quiet. It's we can set some intensity about the game. And I have to just give the lads all the credit, because anything I've asked them to do in the last 3 days, in the end, you can set a team up, pick a team, whatever. They've got to go and find that level. And they did it brilliantly. And the one thing you could do tonight, you can hear them all game, getting at each other, encouraging each other, communicating to each other. And I thought there were some excellent performances, but the drive of the team was exactly where we need to be. And I'm sure those watching it today that travelled enjoyed it, because it's been a while coming. We've had to wait for that, but it's a big 3 points. You know, you've got to stop that rut of games at some point and try and get something. But to get 3 tonight's massive for us.
Yeah, and you made it very awkward for Wycombe, which was your call as well. You went back to basics, almost pressed the reset button, went 4-2-3-1, and did to Wycombe what they do to so many other sides in this division. Yeah,
we had to try and make it scruffy and difficult and awkward at times, and we managed to do it. They've got top forward players. You know, Vokes is an absolute man mountain. You see it with the goal that he scores, and so much of the plays around him. But then, you know, he takes you away from the game and surrounds you, and you get bodies around him, and then that just gives space to Mehmeti and McCleary, who are wizards with the ball. So it's very difficult, and you have to, you know, goalkeepers made saves, we've thrown a body in, we've had to defend so many set plays which they're so strong on, and fair play to our lot for doing it. And thank goodness there was only a minute left when the second one went in for them, because the momentum of the game shifts and we're dead on our feet really. But at the same time we defended manfully. I thought we were really good, and whether anyone says we deserve it or not, I don't actually care. I think we did, because the spirit of that performance was back to our best really.
Yeah, go back to the first half. I mean, a great way to start the game. Super finish from Harvey Nibs. We can get one back, and you perhaps have a few nerves starting to emerge. But brilliant character to not only hold firm, but to go up the other end and score just before the break. And let's talk about Jack Lancaster's goal. What a strike that was.
Yeah, good goals, and really difficult in Jack's situation to come on in a game like that when you're not expecting to. If you're a sub, you probably think you're coming on in the second half, so mentally you're prepared in a slightly different way. It's not an easy game to come in on. The first goal's so important in this league, and often for us as well, but tonight it certainly was. You know, it just gives you a little boost and a confidence. I actually thought we worked it well. Joey, I thought, was brilliant tonight up front, and Nibsy took his goal very well. And then the second one, we've defended for a long spell first half, and we didn't use our couple of counter-attacks as well as maybe we might have done, but at the same time, what a brilliant finish. His lad's backed off, he's got real quality, Jack, and at the minute it's kind of like him and Nibsy fighting for that position, and he's probably been hard done by for minutes on the pitch this year, because I feel like Nibsy's done really well for us and been a brilliant counter-attacking, counter-pressing player for us, and sometimes that's at Jack's cost. But in fairness to him, his attitude is unbelievable, because he's just grafting and working, and more often than not when he plays he creates or scores a goal. So I'm absolutely thrilled with him, and I thought that going in at half time just gave us a real belief to reset and have a real go again in the second half. And we started the second half brilliantly and should have scored 2 or 3 really good attacking moments. Keeper's made a save, we've made a few good bits of play where we've made poor decisions or not quite finished the last bit off, but I thought we started it really well. And then once we got the third goal, that obviously gives us a little bit of a cushion.
In terms of individuals, I mean, Lloyd Jones seals the deal really in terms of his first goal for United, but his work at the other end of the pitch with the pairing with Zeno Ibs and Rossi, still a young player developing, was superb.
Yeah, tough night for the 2 centre-halves to defend against them all night. I mean, it's about time Lloyd scored in it, but it's a good finish. He's made the deep run round the back. Simper's delivery is excellent. He's put a few really good balls in tonight. But I thought the 2 centre-halves were brilliant. You know, headed so much, competed for things, threw their body in the way. Lloyd's having a brilliant season. You can't deny he's having an absolutely brilliant season. He's a major player for us.
In terms of a platform for Saturday, I mean, it's a huge game for everyone connected with the club. Gives everyone a good deal of confidence going into that one, Mark.
Yeah, I mean, I hope so. You won't believe this, but at the minute, Saturday's just not in my head at all. We're just going to enjoy this feeling tonight because we haven't had it for a while. The changing room's bouncing, and it should be. And I want the players to really enjoy not only the result, but the performance that led to it and the togetherness that can come from it, and that's what we need at the minute. We're going to have to really dig in for a spell because we've got a lot of players missing. We've got some tough games ahead, but if we use that as a platform, we can get through this difficult spell. And it has been a difficult spell, and we're still in it. We're not out of that spell just because of one result, but it's a good marker for us to use as the next step. And for everybody that's stuck with us over the last little run of games, fair play and thanks, because we need that support, because it ain't going to be an easy season for us, and we probably kidded some people along with the first 10 games. I said after 10 games that we'd won 5. We won't have won 10 after 20. You know, the next batch of games is really hard. Winning games in this league is really hard, but we're a good side when we play like that, and that'll give us a little bit of confidence for the month and weeks ahead.